Okay, I'm going to make some deviled eggs. I'm going to videotape it because I've had a request to videotape my making deviled eggs. First we have to boil the eggs, hard boil the eggs. I use egglets because I don't like to mess with the shell. Okay, for the egglets, first thing you do is spray with Pam. 3 squirts in each one. I do 6 at a time. 6 eggs at a time. Break an egg inside. Bye-bye shell. Oh. Bye-bye shell. With the egglets, you boil the water first. On a normal boiled egg, I would put 6 eggs in here, put enough water in so that they're just barely covered, so the eggs are all covered, like a 1/2 inch over the egg's head, so they're covered. Boil the eggs in the water, and as soon as it comes to a rolling boil, I take it off the heat, cover it for 10 minutes. Then you dump out the hot water, put in cold water, let them set for 10 minutes. That's how I boil eggs with the shell. But for the egglets without the shell, you have to boil the water first. And again, I have water just so enough so that the egglets will float. We don't want them touching the ground. Let's show the, can you see the little egg inside the egglet? See it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On the lid. Okay, now we wait for the water to boil. Rolling boil. Come to a rolling boil. And the rolling boil, we put the egglets in. So they're floating, and they are floating. Alrighty. Ta-da. We're done with Pam, and we let them boil for 15 minutes. Timer set. See them boiling? Okay, we're going to let them boil for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, just use tongs because they are hot. Take them out. Alrighty. We dump out the hot water. We put in cold water. They are. Okay, we just put these puppy dogs in cold water and let them set for about 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll set the timer for 10 minutes. And we just let them cool for 10 minutes now. Okay, the egglets, more hard-boiled eggs should now be cool. We're going to take them out. Kind of squeeze that in. Look at that, pops right out. Isn't that cool? See that?
Mm-hmm.
Little hard-boiled egg. Clean egglet now. Take the lid off. Squish it around a little. Sometimes they stick a little, and you just use a spoon if they do. But look, oh, these are coming right out. Look at that, just comes out like a newborn baby. Just like childbirth. Look at those puppy dogs. Oh. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Look at that, perfect little hard-boiled eggs. No messing with the shell at all. Thank you to the egglet people. Little cutting board. Knife, bowl. Alrighty. Just got a little squishy action. Look at that, popped right out. Look at that. Yes. Left a tiny little bit. Sometimes it doesn't leave anything at all. It's really, really clean. A little squishy. If I can get a little, get the fork in there. Look at this. Look at that. Popped right out. Yay. Last one. Oh, look at that. That looks like this is gonna really. Look at that. Look at that. Came out really clean. See that? Whoa. Alrighty. Now you see we got all the egg whites over here ready. Now, show the egg yolks. Right, egg yolks. With a fork, I'm just gonna smash them all up. Okay, now we're gonna start putting this stuff in. 1/4 cup of mayo. I'm using Kraft olive oil mayo. 1/4 cup of mayo. 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard. However, I'm using horseradish sauce. And I'm going to put in about 2, because I like it a little spicy. And actually I'm still working on my recipe because it's still, I don't think, as spicy as I want. 2 teaspoons of, actually, what the heck, I'll use 3. Of horseradish sauce. Then I'm also using straight horseradish because I like a little spice, and it's, like I said, it still hasn't been real spicy. So last time I used a teaspoon. This time I'm going to use 2 teaspoons because it still wasn't real spicy. Actually, a little over. Okay. This recipe calls for an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I have no idea how to measure an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, so I just put a little bit of salt. Huh?
Just put a pinch.
Yeah, I just put a little bit of salt in here and put it on. And the recipe says freshly ground black pepper. Doesn't say how much. So I just take the ground pepper and I just pepper it. Just put, get her dark. Okay. Then with this, then with a spatula, smush it all around, smush it all up.
Alright. Much all smushed up.
Okay, and we're ready to fill the eggs. I use one of the smallest, I don't even know what size this is. We have several of these things, scoopers. I use the smallest one we have. Here's our empty egg shells, empty egg whites, I mean, not egg shells. No shells, we got rid of them from the very first. Anyway, 1 scoop of this. Plop her down. Look at that puppy dog. 1 scoop. 1 plop. I use every drop, so now I go back and scoop out the bowl. See, I still got quite a bit in the bowl here. When I see some that are a little skimpy, needs a little more, we got more to put on. Oops, whoops, 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 whoops. I don't waste any of this. By the way, haven't up here, me. Haven't tasted this yet, so I have no idea what it tastes like. So I'm gonna take a little tasty. Taste test. I can taste the horseradish sauce better this time. I like the horseradish taste. Maybe some people don't. If you don't use it. Use your mustard. I don't like mustard. Finishing touches is paprika, which has no taste whatsoever. But it's just for garnishment, just for decoration. Make it a little red here, a little purty. Make it look good. I sprinkle this puppy dog on. I know I'm making a mess on the sides, but oh well. Alrighty. And there we go. We have a par production deviled eggs. Alrighty. I have my plastic thing here. Take this, put it in here, and I like these things chilled. So this is my last batch. I got 3 left over from last batch. Here's my brand new batch. I stick this on top here. Lock that. Put the lid. Alrighty, now I'm here. Put this back in the refrigerator. Here we go. Put this back in the refrigerator. I let this cool overnight before I eat any because I like them cooled. I like them chilled just a little bit. Oh, I like to put bacon bits on top, but I'm not going to do that until right before I eat it because otherwise the bacon bits will get soggy. So, or you can use real bacon, whatever you want to do. And that's Phil Redmond's deviled eggs. All right.
Bye.
Bye.